One thing I've noticed at the high school level is a lot of athletes are afraid to take accountability and admit when they make a mistake. And obviously, to play at the level that you all did, you've kind of had to learn how to do that. How would you say that you've learned to do that?
I would say just having you always have 23, 25 other girls that are looking at you. And we always say there's a leader in every locker. So whether you're a freshman or a senior, no matter what, you could be a leader in someone's eyes and you could do something and follow their example. So especially for us in the past years as being upperclassmen, we just know that we're trying to set an example of what the culture of this team is supposed to look like. So we need to hand up, like raise your hand, be humble, like know when we do something wrong so we can set a good example because everyone messes up. And that's something even our coach, like Kylie, if she feels that she made a mistake in a situation, like she is the first one to like admit it. And we have a lot of open communication on our team. So I think just being like openly communicating with one another and just taking accountability for your actions. I think as like in college, it's not really like grade level, like, oh, you're the young kid. Like once you get here, it's kind of like everyone is equal and we all need to just be good examples for each other.
And I think that builds trust within the team and that helps to be successful because I feel like in high school, like we're all like one of the top players that we're playing. And then once we get to college, we're all on like the same level. So like you can't just not one person's gonna stand out all the time. Like everybody's gonna have their moments. And it's just once you make a mistake, you make a mistake. Like you have to kind of like forget about and move on. And your team around you should be able to pick you up. So just building trust and relying on each other is what's important.
Off of what Perna said, like we were all the best player on our club team and we came in and everyone wants to be like that freshman that comes in and like blows it out of the water. But like day one of preseason, you're gonna make a stupid mistake and you realize you made a mistake and then you get down on yourself. But then our culture and our team is like everyone's like, you got it, next rep. Like forget about it and move on to the next one. So I think that kind of builds accountability because then you start to do it for other players as well. And it's an environment where it's okay to make a mistake. And like we want mistakes to happen so that you can be like, oh, I messed up and I'm going to do better next time.
Thank you. Thank you.
Can I add one more thing? Sorry.
Yeah.
So it's like whenever I was growing up, like my parents always told me, like once your coaches or teammates stop talking to you, that's when you worry. So like it's like once you make a mistake and you don't have somebody like fixing it or you're not fixing it yourself, then that kind of means like, oh, people think you reached your top level. Like, no. So I feel like being accountable and like holding others to their mistakes and everything is like just makes everybody better and keep improving as you go on.
It was a great answer. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
All right, I'm convinced. I'm a new fan now. I'm a new fan. So there you go.
And I kind of want to flip Italy's question. If you guys see an upcoming freshman, what are you guys looking for to make sure that they're doing right to know that they'd be good for a D1 sport in general?
Determination, heart, desire, and just the love for the game. Honestly, like I don't care really about your skill level, but as long as you work hard and like give all you got, like put everything on the line, that's what I'm looking for. That's what I looking for players and teammates.
Yeah, I would say attitude overall, which like goes with all those things. Like you don't want a freshman coming in and like the first day they're like complaining about the running and stuff. Like you love someone coming in who has a good attitude, is ready to work hard, and is ready to just do whatever they have to do to like be a part of this team.
Yeah, I think someone who works hard and is humble and is ready for any challenge and will just like put their head down and do whatever they have to do is huge. And I think coaches definitely notice that. Like even if they watch just one game, they'll notice someone who will work hard the full 90 minutes or someone who will give up if the game gets tough.
Awesome.
Love it.
So I guess this one goes more towards the seniors. Is there anything that you regret doing or wish you've done differently during your time playing?
I would say like not cherishing every single moment because like when a senior says to you when you're a freshman, oh, it goes by so fast, like you'll blink and it'll be over. Like you're kind of like, yeah, whatever. Like it's 4 years, that's so long, but like it really goes by so fast. So like every single practice, like you should practice like it's your last one because like I blinked and then all of a sudden it was my last practice and my college career was over. So like I would say like really cherishing it and like cherishing it and noticing like that every single practice is like a blessing. Like this is something that a lot of people want to do and a lot of people aren't able to do. So like just appreciating the opportunity and going out every single day and just like having so much fun.
Yeah. Also, I would say not being so hard on myself. And I know a bunch of people on our team or young athletes can probably relate to that. Because I feel like there were some moments where I was so hard on myself that it made me, even like despite my love and the happiness it brought me, there'd be some nights I would just be so upset about one little thing I did. And half the time no one else would even notice it was just me. And it kind of just took away from, like Jesse said, like cherishing each moment. So just don't be so hard on yourself and just
So, is there any superstitions or pre-game things that you guys did to get into like a game time mood that got you ready before each game?
Yeah, I think we all have like this crazy weird, like everyone has their own thing. Mine specifically, I started my first game as a freshman and I wore a certain sports bra and spandex, and then I played really well. So every single game in my college career, I wore that same sports bra and spandex.
Nice.
I have a few, but one of my favorite one is that we actually have a team Bible study here on campus, like on our team as well. And we would actually get together and pray before every single game. And I feel like that really gets me into the mood, gets me focused and locked in, because we're always like one of our main like lessons from it is like we're always playing for something bigger than just the sport. So I just love doing that. And then my weird one would be like I'm always chewing gum when I'm playing. So warm-ups, I have a piece of gum, and then as soon as warm-ups end, I put another piece of gum in, and then at halftime I have a new piece of gum. Like I'm always chewing gum on the field.
I didn't even.
Hey, isn't that Aaron Judge does that too, right?
Aaron, he'll put new
Right.
pieces in his mouth
Yeah.
every time he gets out.
That's funny. I have to just do the same thing over and over again. I always wear the same shin guard, like little sleeves. I've never done anything different with my hair. Never like a braid or anything. My hair is just always in a classic pony. We do the team Bible study. I pray, and then I also this year I make some TikToks with my friend before the game at Kim Morgan.
Now I know nothing about soccer at all, and I heard you guys naming all these people. Is there any way or any advice you can give me that would get me to start enjoying soccer, whether it's men's, women's, anything? Because like I'm always open to watching new sports.
I would say I really think that the U.S. women's national team, like, watch the Women's World Cup this summer. I am biased, obviously, but I like watching women's soccer a lot more than I enjoy watching men's soccer. And maybe it's just because I play women's soccer. But watch the Women's World Cup this summer. It's like the World Cup, even if you don't like soccer, it's just so intense, and no matter who you root for. Obviously, like, it's fun, even like obviously we're from America, like root for the US, like die hard and get super into the games, like go to a bar, watch the game, and just get into it. Like I promise you'll have a good time.
I feel like it's like one of those sports that like there's not always like a high scoring game. So like when there is like that wow like combination factor that goes into it or something, and like you score, like you just get this rush of adrenaline, I feel like while watching soccer. I just feel like it's an awesome sport, and again that's probably biased, but
Yeah, I would say like watching when it's exciting. So like watching the World Cup, that's like a really fun time to watch soccer. Everyone's watching soccer, everyone's talking about soccer. So that could help you like get into one team that you really like. And then once you start watching that team a lot, then you'll find other teams, and then it kind of just like branches out, and then you're like in the soccer world.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll definitely check it out.
also I really like your jersey right now that you're wearing.
Yeah.
Let's go Rangers. You know?
LGR.
Hey. Wait,
Thank you.
Madison, let's talk about that. Wait, what are your thoughts on that trade? We got
Ugh.
Patrick Kane on the Rangers now.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
The Rangers are we're gonna make a run this year.
I'm
Let's
excited.
Predators and Blues fans, so yeah, you got Tarasenko, so have fun. Have
It's
fun.
right, I'm a Jets fan, so we can be cool.
Ah, there you go.
I want to know, who is one person in your life that either pushed you harder or made you work harder to get where you are now?
Just one.
It could be multiple, but the most important.
I would say my parents, honestly, like they have been by my side going to every tournament, every practice, like every single sporting event I've had, they made it like their priority that at least one of them was always at my game. And we're a huge sports family. I also have 3 sisters and we all play like soccer, basketball, track and field. So like just having that surrounding an environment like that just helped me like improve and always want to be better and like be competitive. So I really had to give a lot of thanks to my parents because they have sacrificed so much just so I could play the game I love.
Yeah, I would say my parents and my family too. Like it was never like pressure, like you have to play and we want you to play in college. They were just kind of like, we know you love the sport and we think you're really good and we're going to support you with whatever you want to do. So they were like always behind me, pushing me forward and supporting me. If I had a bad game, if I had a good game, they were just always there and they did everything they had to make sure that I was happy with what I was doing and that if I wanted to continue the next level, they were 100% on board and supporting me. So I don't think that I could have had the success I had in my whole career without my family pushing me.
Yeah, sorry to repeat, but same thing.
Oh, that's fine.
My parents, they're just like they put in so much effort and sacrifice. I also have 3 other sisters. And I'm a twin too, so I want to say her too because we grew up side by side playing all the same sports and everything. So having someone my age in my house along with my older sisters to constantly compete with, like every game, every practice, like we were at each other's throats. So it just made me become a better athlete. And yeah, so really just credit to my family.
Shout out to all of them because they
Yeah.
all did a great job.
There you go.